I was super, 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 super excited about it because it was a lot to do. We had an entrepreneur event, we have parenting classes, and like a parenting discipline class, like how to discipline your class, like your kids in a more positive way. Um, so we had all of that planned, and then so this is going into the topics. My check-in wasn't that long, but so it's just been a lot of violence and stuff. And I know that I've been talking about like my job and like all the violence and stuff that's been like going on in the area, and it's just a lot. Like just last week, my cousin got shot. Like this week or last week, it was a lady who got stabbed up, you know, from her boyfriend. She left behind 6 kids. Sometime back, one of my friends I told y'all got killed by her boyfriend. So it's just a lot of violence and stuff that was going on. And so yesterday, when I was at work, it was a shootout. And one of my clients got shot in front of her son. And it like we had to be on lockdown and everything. And it was just crazy because it wasn't meant for her. She was just in the middle of the crossfire.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. But the fact that she got shot in front of her son, like it was just blood and stuff like all over him. And that's so much trauma, you know, because they were like glued together. Like you would not see her without him. Even when we like over the summer, we went to trips and stuff like that. Most of the parents didn't want to come. She was right there. Like she didn't need no break. And she was just like so overprotective of him and always trying to get everything done for him. And she kept on saying, Miss Ronnie, I need you to help me with some stuff because if something happened to me, you know, I want him to be good and da da da. And we will work on some stuff, and then she'll be like, I'll come back and do the rest. I'll come back. And she'll come back, but we never got to what she wanted to do to make sure that he will be okay if something happens to her. And she got killed yesterday. So, and I'm just going crazy because, and like I knew I was connected to this job and to this community, but it really didn't like hit me till yesterday. And then it's like, I need to find another job because this shit is a fucking war zone. And I don't know if this job is going to kill me or not. And then it's like, I need to stay because I already made these connections with these people and they depend on me. They want to get out of this and I'm here to help them. So it's just a lot. And it's just so sad. Not like my office is closed down, of course, because of the violence, but I wouldn't even be able to work anyway. Like, it's just so much. It's like, you got to take care of your mental health too. Like, I'm there all day, every day. It's so much drama. Like, if I had, I just need fucking cameras or something. Like, and I know that y'all know. I know that y'all, you know, we all lived in the hood. We all been through or seen or heard of somebody dying or some gangs and all of that. We all have. It's just, what can we do to like I know it's going to be people that's not going to get along. I know that it's been already blood shed, right? So we can't just say, hey, Lincoln Heights, don't come over here and shoot up in Clay Terrace, or hey, Simple City, don't come and shoot up Bennett Park. And it's already been so many people that they lost. They want to keep on retaliating and things like that. But how do we get the shit to stop? This is forever. This is our life. And I'm saying our life as a Black people.
I think if you continue to do your job the way that you're doing it, now it might, so for some people, it could possibly be too late. You might not be able to help them in ways that you want to help. If they're already, like, some people literally can be 18, 19, 20 and stuck in their ways. They're like, this is my life. This is the hood. This is what I want. And they can be stuck in that way. But then you might have that 10-year-old that's like, all right, should I look at Ronnie or should I look at him? And you might have that influence on them just by simply doing your job to help them not want to grow up and be a hood nigga or a gangster or whatever the hell you want to call it, right? And so, don't feel like, oh well, because this is always happening. No, just as it's so many people that's getting out the hood, just like it's so many people that's still staying in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say a good mixture of both, because nothing good about wanting to be a drug dealer, murderer, or whatever like that, right? But if something comes good when people do be like, okay, I don't want this. What can I do to get out of here? You know what I'm saying? You're doing your job to the best of your ability. And I feel like you're very, very hard on yourselves. And you obviously, it's hard not to be, but you can't help everybody. If you help 1 out of 15, out of every 15 people, you're doing your job good. Seriously, you're doing your job good. When people come to that center, it's because they don't want to be outside on the street. But I don't want to be in the house either. So let me go here. And I'm gonna stay off the streets. You're doing what you're supposed to do. And they're listening. It might not seem like it. They might tell you to shut up. They might be like, nah, you don't understand. You don't know. They listening.
Mm-hmm. And I see from last year to this year, I see a big difference in everybody, from the littles to the ones that's in the violence hard. I see a big difference in them, and the fact that they come, like they do the men's group, and it's teens and the young adults, the 20s, and and they come every week to do it. They say they want to get their own business. They want to go back to college, or some people want to go to college. And this time last year, we couldn't even have a conversation with them because they was too far in it. And it's not everybody, but it's a lot of them, and a lot of the ones that I didn't even think that wanted to change. So I feel like I am doing my job, and I am doing a good job. And I know it's not gonna happen overnight, but I'm like, I need it to happen faster so that we can get everybody on the right path. Like, they can't even walk, they can't even leave out of their neighborhood, because any which way they leave out is somebody that's shooting at them. Like, literally, they cannot leave out of the neighborhood. That's sad. They are tearing down all of these buildings and all of this stuff, and they're gonna be all in the same building together. Like, how is that gonna work? Like, who the fuck do we talk to? Who do we go to? Like, what? I don't know who to talk to about not putting Lincoln Heights and Clay Terrace in the same building on down the street. Like, that should be, everybody in the fucking world know that it was a beef between them for years, since we was in high school. So why are they even going to the same building here? Innocent people are getting hit. This lady yesterday was innocent. They trying to shoot him, and he running past her, and she get hit.
So Ronnie, I think it's not about, oh well, who do we talk to, agency wise, to say, hey, well, these people have this Section 8 and y'all are closing this down and moving everybody to the same neighborhood. How can that happen? We don't need to go to them. We have to teach the people that's in the neighborhood, that community, to advocate for themselves, to be like, I'm not moving here. Okay, so what else is my options? And they got to start it now. Because if they wait till the last minute, that's when everybody is going to be trying to move with their Section 8. And a lot of places in DC are not taking Section 8 like they used to. Mm-hmm. It's not, you know? So especially the new buildings coming up and stuff, I think now DC, you only have to have 10% of your buildings that 10% of your building that go by your income. The rest of them, they pay full rent. So, you know what I'm saying? They're not going, your Section 8, you're not going to be able to take everywhere at every time. So, start having people advocate for themselves now. Hey, caseworker, because I don't know much about Section 8, but I'm pretty sure you got a caseworker. If you don't, advocate for yourself to get a caseworker. Once you get that caseworker, you're telling that caseworker, I cannot move around Clay Terrace, around Clay Terrace or around Lincoln Heights. I'm not in the beef. However, my son goes to school with these people and they got beef. And I fear for my life. I fear for my child's life. I cannot move there. What are my options? Now, and don't get me wrong. Some caseworkers are trash. Absolutely trash. You know what I'm saying? But that's when you be like, well, what's your manager's number? What's their manager's number? Mm. It's somebody above somebody's head, always. So you need to figure out not the worker, the person, the participant. You figure out who you need to talk to make sure that you are not becoming neighbors with your son's enemy. And the next thing you know, the kids are fighting, you fighting with the mom and the daddies are fighting each other. No. We got to advocate for ourselves. Now, granted, what we can do, if you're saying, okay, well, let's talk to whoever is knocking down the buildings or whatever. I don't think it's the mayor, somebody under the mayor or something. But let's say we figure out who to talk to, right? As a community, we might can hold a town hall meeting, a community meeting, but it doesn't mean anything if only community members are there. You advocate to get what was Eleanor home? What was Eleanor here? What was she? Did anybody know? DQ?
Representative in Congress.
All right, that. You get a representative to come. You get somebody from the mayor's office to come. Their assistant knows somebody that's going to go back and talk to the mayor, right? You figure out who of importance, there's somebody that they're going to listen to get here and to talk. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's only us four talking, right? And we're like, man, we want to get our podcast out there, and we want. That was a bad example. Let's say we want all four of us to have cars provided by DC, right? Mm-hmm. So then we need somebody here to help advocate for us. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To be like, okay, well, these four people need cars because in DC, you know what I'm saying? When they got to go all the way across town, they can't catch the metro because it's COVID and because of this and because it's that and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? They have language that we don't know how to use sometimes advocating for ourselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they know who to take it to. So if we hold meetings like that, we got to have the correct people there. But even so, we got to teach. And this is our part of our job too. Teaching everybody to advocate for themselves. And what the fuck? Y'all know we beefing with Lincoln Heights. Y'all can't send us over there to Clay Terrace. No. You got to come smart. Well, ma'am, I don't think that's safe for me and my family because they are out here killing each other already. And if we live next door to each other, not only are we putting ourselves in danger, my family and that family, the neighbors are in danger because bullet goes through walls. The children playing outside, the school across the street. Everybody is in danger when you can just try to separate us and separate us properly. Start from there. Now, when you go all aggressive, of course, nobody's going to want to help you when you're trying to curse them out and you need their help. Come on now. We got to learn how to go respectfully, learn how to look up a word if you need to. If you're trying to find another word for freaking beautiful, you look up another word, Google another word for beautiful, and gorgeous is going to pop up, right? Mm-hmm. We don't hardly call nobody gorgeous. We always say beautiful. That's the go-to word. But then we got them gorgeous words, right? Mm-hmm. So let's do that. Like, even if you don't know what to say, Google that shit. And you don't have to remember everything that you want to say. Pull out your notes. You know, here's a list of things that I noted down so I can talk to you about. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't even got to let them know, oh, I wrote this down so I won't forget it. What is a list of things that I jotted down that I thought that was important of why I should not move into this neighborhood with my kids?
Mm-hmm.
Or hypothetically, if you are making me move here, if my child is 17 or 18, how can they get a Section 8 voucher on their own so that they do not have to move over here and they are able to move somewhere else? It is not safe for them here.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, I absolutely know it's way easier said than done. We do the same exact job. I know. You know what I'm saying? And I know how difficult can be working with participants, trying to do your job, trying to work with upper management, trying to get advocate, people for advocacy up in here. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I like I said, I feel like you are down on yourself way too hard. You're making an impact. The boy I hired and fired, he didn't want to work last year. He didn't want to work last year. He worked this year, not very long, but he did. He did. So you're getting to them. He probably didn't expect it. Since that was his first job, he didn't expect to get fired. He thought, oh, well, a sister hired me and no, I ain't that type of sister. My business come first. But my point is, he didn't want to work at first. When he did his interview, he said, I want to get out the streets. Can you help me? Can you see what you can do? And not only was I trying to help him as far as working, when he said that, oh, well, I had to drop my classes because blah, blah, blah. Well, what you need me to do to get you back in school? Because you said you waiting on your uncle. What you waiting on your uncle for? What can I do? What do you need me for? Now, granted, it fell off because once I fired him, since he doesn't know me, he's like, well, she fired me. She don't want to help me no more. I still work in the community. So I ain't gonna hire you back for my business. But to help you is a part of my daytime job.
I haven't seen him in a while either. I know because he always say he don't want to be around there. He do come around sometimes on Thursdays for the men's group and for the studio, but he do not be around there.
Good. Yeah. He said he wants to change. He's trying.
Yeah.
He really is. He really is trying. So you're doing it right. You can't say, oh, I wish it would go faster. It's not gonna go faster. And that's gonna frustrate you more. It's gonna frustrate you more that it's not going faster. It's not.
I just need to figure out how to disconnect then. Like how do I disconnect my life from my work life and not, like, I feel like she is my family. Like my heart hurts.
I totally understand. You remember I told you 3 weeks ago, one of my kids OD'd. I totally understand. But the difference between me and you is I have that disconnection because I have no other choice. You have to treat it like as if you're a doctor that has to give a patient family bad news. Or, you don't have to be very cold or anything like that, but you have to understand that you're not a miracle worker. You're not. I don't know why I look like I got gap. Is my piercing. But yeah, like, don't think that you're not making an impact. You absolutely are. You are. And feel, I'm not saying disconnected and don't feel bad. Absolutely feel bad for that woman and feel bad for her son. And if you can, try to keep in contact with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, let him know, hey, I'm still here for you. That baby boy lost so many family members that's close to him is ridiculous. He literally lost all 3 of his parents. He lost his dad, then he lost his stepdad, and then he lost his mother. He needs every single person that he knows in his corner right now.
I didn't watch the news clip, but my coworker had called me and told me about the news clip, and they did an interview with him. And he was saying that he was having nightmares from losing his 2 dads from gun violence. I think one of them was from gun violence, but she knew how to help him and comfort him.
But maybe you gotta try to step in there. I know, again, way easier said than done. That little boy don't know you personally. You knew his mother. You helped his mother. So he only knew you through his mother. But that don't mean that you can't just be like, hey, you know, I know you don't know me, but I'm here. Here's my number. If you ever need me, call me. If you ever need somebody to say, I love you. If you need a pair of jeans. If you're hungry. Like, don't only call me for financial reasons, but you get what I'm saying. Call me. What can I help you with? You want to cry? Come to me and cry. You want to fight something? Let me see if I can go get us in the rage room so you can throw some stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like, well, you need emotional support animal here. Let me bring my dog to work so you can make sure that you got somebody, you know, you can, you know, rub on this dog to see if it make you feel better. Try to help him out in ways that he, you know, wouldn't expect you to reach out and try to help with.
Okay. I can do that. I actually got a phone call earlier and from her sister, and she just let me know that he was okay and stuff. So I can you know, keep reaching out to her and checking.
I was gonna say that. Let the sister know too, like, hey, you know, I can't offer much. But call first, you know. Don't just assume I can't do it. And if I can't, then I can't. But if I can, at least you know, oh, well, I tried to see if I can get this help from her.
Mm-hmm.
Again, way easier said than done. Way
easier
said than done.
Want to leave this job. It's making me want to go somewhere where nobody is, where I can't have feelings. My feelings be involved with too many people and too many shit. And my blood pressure is high.
It is. It
is.
Damn.
I'm stressed out. But it is like, if you need so anybody that's listening, if you need some type of support, we can help. If you reach out to me or Reese, with whatever situations. It's some places, like if you're dealing with any kind of domestic violence, anything, that we can't put links out. But if you do contact one of us, we can
give you links then.
And whatever else help you need. Like, me and Reese work in the communities, and it doesn't matter what community you are from. We can help. I do not want to see any more people dying or getting beat up or anything. Like, the schools are even bad. Like, it's people bringing in guns, bringing in knives. It's so many fights every day. Like, when the kids come home, they like, come after to the center after work. After school, they like, oh, well, this happened today. This was fighting. They be on lockdown. Like, they in jail. The world is fucked up.
It is. And, you know, we can't control that. But, you know, let's try to do things, you know, like parents, even if you think, you know, you have a child that needs help with learning about gun violence or how to protect themselves without, you know, actually killing someone else. Like, instead of a knife, how about you do pepper spray? That ain't going, unless they got asthma, that ain't gonna kill them, you know, but it's gonna stop them from hurting you, you know, but without taking a life. Like, I always joke and be like, you know, if it's me or you, I'm taking you out, which I absolutely would. Please don't get me wrong. But not for any old reason. You would literally have to be trying to take my life for me to take yours. Or take someone, if I'm around and you're trying to take anyone's life. You know what I'm saying? But I just would not just be like, oh, well, you called me a shithead and I'm fitting to take you. No. So that's when we got to teach the proper, you know, the proper ways to protect yourself, and a proper way to protect yourself that you don't go to jail either. Because there's no point in protecting yourself and you spend the rest of your life in jail. Mm-hmm. What's the point of that? We need to teach these kids that it's more than you know, the neighborhoods that we're in. Like you saying that they're afraid to leave because if they go to the bus stop, they might get shot at. We need to teach them that it's more here. We could even teach them to advocate to get their parents to take their Section 8 and go somewhere else if they're on Section 8. And if they're not on Section 8, definitely try to go somewhere else. Again, way easier said than done. Way easier said than done. But let's teach our children to start advocating for themselves. Mom, look, this is not safe for me no more. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. I ain't scared, but I don't want to be here. I'm not only putting myself at risk, I'm putting you at risk. I'm putting my little sister at risk. Remember the baby that died a few years ago, just outside playing? She went to the kids' school. She was 8 or something.
Mm-hmm.
They had that real nice funeral for her around there. She minded her own business. Wrong place, wrong time. The bullets have no name. And the people that shooting definitely don't have no aim. Damn, that rhymes. They don't have no aim though. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta start teaching. Each one teach one. Ain't that they saying? We